Hello and welcome once again to Akuse's vlog. If you are new here, kindly subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell when you're done. In today's recipe, we are preparing Mpotompoto, which literally translates to mash. This recipe is most of the time made from yam or cocoyam and then boiled in a soup form to turn into porridge. The result is a flavorful one, and today I'm going to take you through the process. In Nigeria, they call it Asaro, and in Ghana, among the Akan tribe, is called Nuhuu. Come with me as I take you through the process today. First of all, I have my palm oil. I have my smoked herrings. These are very dry. I also have my mackerel. You can use any tin mackerel of your choice. I also have my onion, tomato, and then my pepper. Use the pepper according to how much heat you want. I also have my salt to taste. This is the oldest recipe I'm preparing today, so we are not going to use any artificial spice. And then I have my cocoyam. To begin with, I'm going to peel my cocoyam and then I will wash it and set it aside. Now this recipe is very delicious and children as young as 6 months old can eat this one. Nuhuu is one of babies' first introduced food when they start eating solid, as it contains all the necessary nutrients for the growth of the body. Adults without teeth or adults with teeth can also eat this delicious recipe too. Now when I'm done peeling, I'm going to wash it very well, as tubers comes mostly with a lot of soil and we don't want to bite into little stones when we are done with our food. Now, a lot of people have forgotten about this delicious recipe, and I decided to share this recipe from scratch till the end with you guys. And I will show you my secret ingredient, or my grandmother's secret ingredient to this recipe as you continue watching my channel. Now, in order not to forget about our identity as Africans, it's a must that we need to teach our new generation of this delicious recipe that our grandmas used to love so well. Now, my grandma would say that some food are better eaten with the right recipe than infusing our modern way of cooking into the food. So guys, trust me, use this method whenever you want to prepare your Mpotompoto, and believe me, you will be the talk of the day. After I'm done, I'm going to chop them into smaller sizes. Please don't forget that cocoyams are very hard, so you need to chop it into smaller sizes in order for it to cook well, because we do not spend too much time cooking this delicious recipe. You can also use your yam for this one too, so you use the same process I'm showing you when you are cooking red yams instead of cocoyam. Now that I'm almost done with the cutting of my cocoyams, I'm going to start washing it clean. You need to wash it at least 2 to 3 times until the water is very clear before you transfer it into your saucepan to begin the boiling process. So here I'm taking everything into a clean water and then I'll wash it. You can wash it directly under your running tap water, and it's also good. So you rub it in your palms and then you place it into another clean water while you wait to rewash it again. Please don't forget that cocoyam is very itchy on the hands, so do it faster or hurry when you are washing your cocoyam. Or don't also put too many in your hands or in your palms at once, as it won't be washed well. So take a little, you wash, and then you can hurriedly wash everything clean that way. Pour the water away and wash the bowl, and add another clean water and then rewash for the second time. So this is the third wash, and we all can see that the water is clean, so it means it has been thoroughly cleaned and it's ready to be boiled. I will then transfer it into a saucepan with lots of water to cook the cocoyam. Make sure that the water is more than the cocoyam, or it should be a little higher than the cocoyam. As a so men soon it dosu manintra menkeno na uyenisa a baby ye na yemoton so trying come. After you add your salt to taste, I'm adding my onions and then my tomatoes. I'm using about 3 small sizes of my tomatoes for this delicious recipe. After, I'm going to add my pepper to taste. I told you to use your pepper according to how much heat you want your food. So if you want more pepper, add more. Now this is one of my grandma's secret ingredients. She chops onions into cubes like she's seasoning meat. Yes, our cocoyam is serving as our base or our meat today, so we have to season it. A lot of people do not know this, and I'm telling you that use lots of onions as seasoning powder whenever you want to use artificial spices for your food, and trust me, it's so delicious and aromatic. After, I'm going to add my washed dried herrings. When you are giving it to kids 6 months old, please make sure you add the powdery form of this herrings. After, give it one quick stir and then you cover it. Some add stock powder to this, but then I would never advise you to. Now this is our momone, another secret ingredient, and I'm going to boil everything together. After 10 minutes, I'm going to take out my tomatoes and then onion with my pepper. Unya da dia be hwia de me kitchen ayi shomesi afa. Se de menkeni jeni na kan boom. Le mesha sonko bi. Mini ye kra no me hu se de nim se won so ya e be de da ma. Until the beer you sa formula we are make sure me Nuhuu ma mi feli me da. Now this recipe always calls for stirring of the food, because when it starts boiling it turns sticky and we don't want to burn the base of our saucepan and our food too. When I'm done, I'm adding my powdered herrings and then I would give it one quick stir again. The media gum no ya mani some. Amani aye chiwa poto yuwem. Sana me pemedie, me mpedie ye ton dadano, and noyana abosiane niema frafra intino. De biano me todi awona, na me chiwa yuwem. Now I'm going to blend my onion, pepper, and then I'm adding ginger together with tomatoes. Some add garlic, but I prefer to use just a little ginger for aroma. After, I'm going to open my food and then I will add the blended ingredient directly to this. Now you can add your mackerel at this stage. You can also add smoked salmon. In Ghana we call it smoked salmon, but others also call it smoked mackerel, and it's good. You can also add any meat of your choice, but then remember that when you are using beef or any cow meat, you have to pre-cook and season it before adding it directly to this. Give it one quick stir again and then you cover it. This recipe is not expensive. You can eat it even when you don't have lots of money. After 10 minutes, I'm going to open it up and then look at how gorgeous and how it's bubbling well. Remember that it can splatter, you can have accidents while stirring it, so be on the careful side. We all can see that our Nuhuu is coming out beautifully. The cocoyams are well cooked, so you can use your ladle to mash just a little into the food. If you don't want big chunks in it, please remove it and blend it in your earthen bowls as we do traditionally, and then you add it directly to this one. That is when you are giving it for babies, but then adults are eating this one, so I don't want the smooth one. I prefer to have big chunks of my cocoyam in my Mpotompoto. So do you. Whatever works for you, have to do it. And also remember that when you are giving it to kids 6 months, make sure that it doesn't contain any fish bones. I repeat, no fish bones for kids. So in my small saucepan, I'm going to bring my palm oil to a heat. After, I'm going to chop some slices of onion into it and then make sure it's almost golden brown before taking it out of the fire. This is optional. You can use or you can add your oil directly to your soup base or your Mpotompoto and you're good to go. But then when you don't have zomi or any correct palm oil, do it this way. The onion will give it another flavor and then you are good to go. Ubetimi de enwono egu Mpotompoto no mu ewa bra wonfa jeni bia nchi anwane so se wo de enwopa ana se wo de zumi ena eya enhuhia se wo beche anwane so nanso se woni anwa ana se wonwono won trust no se eda ye de make no jeni no mani shaso kama. After, I'm going to pour some of the palm oil into it. Make sure you don't pour all at a go because it can completely submerge into the food and you won't see any palm oil on top of it. Please, palm oil is very good for your eyesight. This is traditional palm oil and it's very good. So unlike other oils that we recommend people not to eat more, we recommend people eating more of our palm oil because it has lots of vitamin A, which is good for your eyesight. Allow your food to simmer on low heat for 5 minutes after you've added your palm oil to it. And food is ready, so use scoop the smooth parts for kids from 6 months old, and adult too. You can add bigger chunks of the cocoyam in it, and if kids can chew cocoyam too, why not? You can give it to them and it's so healthy. Just sprinkle a little of your palm oil on top of it and food is ready. Thank you lovely people for watching my channel. Don't forget to like, share, leave comments for more recipes. Bye bye.